Hello, friends. Welcome to Mysterious Stories. In 1992, a girl named Katie Beers resided on Long Island in America. Katie lived in her house with her mother and stepbrother. Her father had left them. Katie was just 10 years old, but her life was not normal. Her mother did not pay attention to her, and Katie was alone at home all day. There was no one to look after her. They had a family friend named John Esposito, who had become like a father to Katie. Despite Katie's father's departure, John continued to see them. John had been a criminal. In 1977, he attempted to kidnap a 12-year-old child but was apprehended in 1978. After a year, this man attempted to abduct a 7-year-old child again, but this time he failed. This man was extremely dangerous. Imagine such a man attempting to kidnap Katie. John was returning home when Katie was alone, and Katie's mother was not concerned. Friends, the consequences of this irresponsibility proved to be disastrous. It was December 28, 1992. Katie celebrated her 10th birthday just 2 days later. John visited Katie's residence. He told Katie that he wanted to give her a birthday gift and that she would have to accompany him to a shopping mall. Friends, how could a 10-year-old girl know that this man intended to kidnap her? John was 43 years old. He brought Katie to his residence under the pretense of taking her to a shopping center. His home was on Section Avenue in Long Island. John was a building contractor, and he had an apartment built above his garage. His family lived a little farther away. Katie used to reside in the house, while John lived alone in his house. Friends, this man's house was not average. He had dug a tunnel from his house to a basement in the ground below. Not everyone was aware of the existence of this concealed tunnel. Friends, there was a bunker in this basement. A strong door was placed on this concrete bunker. The door weighed 100 kilos. This door was additionally covered by placing a bookcase in front of it, preventing anyone from opening it. It looked like a wall behind which a bunker had been erected. Essentially, the evil man created this bunker to kidnap people and imprison them there. This time, he snatched Katie. Katie was now his captive, friends. John had kept a cage inside the bunker, and Katie remained primarily confined to this cage. John also fitted a television for Katie. Strangely, he also brought her toys. This individual was likely mentally sick. A crazed man held a 10-year-old child captive. Friends, ever since Katie vanished from her house, word of her disappearance spread rapidly. This report began to circulate in the media, and the police were looking for Katie everywhere. When Katie watched TV in the bunker, she saw it on the news. There were also reports of her disappearance. She was aware that the cops were looking for her. We can't imagine how terrified Katie must have been. This girl could not even sleep. She was always scared that John would come to the bunker and kill her. He would mistreat her, torment her, and she would ask John why he had kidnapped her, to which John would just keep laughing. He had told Katie that she would now remain in his captivity for the rest of her life in this small bunker. Katie was only 10 years old, but she realized her life was over, and this bunker had become her entire life. Katie was eventually rescued from the prison within a few days. The cops were actually trying to find Katie when they discovered her at John's place. When it was discovered that he had visited Katie's residence, they investigated John's background and discovered that he had previously attempted to kidnap 2 children. The police kept a tight eye on John for a day or two, and when they concluded that he was the man they were looking for, they took him to the police station. They took him to the hospital, where John quickly confessed to his crime. The date was January 19, 1993. Katie was imprisoned in the same bunker by John for 17 days. Katie's story traveled across America, and the people were outraged. John was tried and sentenced to 15 years in prison, but he never got out. On September 4, 2013, John was found dead in prison. Katie, on the other hand, rose to prominence as an inspirational speaker and married. She now lives in America with her husband and 2 children.